Oh, how bloody pathetic. Liz Truss was finished the moment she U-turned on cutting the 45p top tax rate. The establishment knew her Iron Lady rhetoric was just that and moved within a matter of days to make it impossible for her to stay as Prime Minister. Given Rishi Sunak is in a far stronger position, seeing he actually has the support of most Tory MPs, I'd have hoped he would be prepared to have the courage of his convictions, even if that sometimes means standing up to the woke mob. Sadly, this morning, I was proven wrong. Fishy Rishi has already caved to the craven MSM wets and the blob over what was a bold and brave decision not to attend the COP27 eco-doomfest in Egypt, given the crisis back home. When asked about that decision on Friday, this is what Sunak said at the time.
We're an example for others to follow at the pace in which we've reduced climate emissions, how we're going about protecting our environment, and those things are really important to me. It's important to me that as Prime Minister we leave behind an environment that is better for our children and grandchildren. I'm very passionate about that. I'm very personally committed to it, and I just think at the moment it's right that I'm also focusing on the depressing domestic challenges we have with the economy, and I think that's what people watching would reasonably expect me to be doing as well.
But the pressure from all the usual suspects who should be ignored became too much, especially when Sunak's arch-rival, the former Prime Minister Boris Johnson, confirmed last night he would be making the trip to Egypt.
Are you going to go to COP27?
Well, yes, as it happens, but that's not relevant to Ukraine. But I was invited by the Egyptians, so I'm very happy to go.
Cue a screeching U-turn from Sunak on, of course, Twitter, where he wrote, "There is no long-term prosperity without action on climate change. There is no energy security without investing in renewables. That is why I will attend COP27 next week to deliver on Glasgow's legacy of building a secure and sustainable future." We are now in the midst of government by Twitter, folks, and that's deeply disturbing. I struggle to see how Sunak will have the balls to make the sort of unpopular financial decisions he's threatening if he can't even hold firm on a decision like this. This U-turn was also politically stupid. Ordinary, hard-working Brits had respect for the fact Sunak was going to focus on the dire situation at home in his early weeks in the job, instead of ironically flying off by jet to a doomsday conference where we ordinary folk will be told yet again that driving cars, eating meat and going on holiday should become a thing of a past. But that wasn't the only Sunak U-turn today. In fact, his team today U-turned on every single one of the leadership pledges he made during the contest against Liz Truss. All of them gone. So that 3-month beauty pageant with heartfelt pledges about cutting taxes and fighting the culture war was a mirage, apparently, that we should now all pretend never happened. Now Sunak is in number 10. It really does feel like democracy is dead following the Ramona globalist coup inside the British government. Everyone keeps pretending this is acceptable because Sunak is a, quote, grown-up. But I'd love to know, who is calling the shots? I shudder to think what promises Sunak will now make, promises that impact all of us, all of our quality of lives for decades to come at COP27 as the deranged march towards net zero continues at pace, whether we like it or not.